Hello and welcome. You're watching a rather special episode of Overdrive. Now, at Overdrive, you're used to driving an array of cars across segments, but it's no secret that our legions lie towards the fast, the powerful, and of course the technologically superior. So over time, we've got you some special cars, convertibles, sports coupes, and of course mighty SUVs. Now, this week, we might have a slight problem because the cars that we have are going to be a little difficult to better. Now, our first segment starts off with a special car all the way from Ingolstadt, but it's only a means to a rather incredible end.
Let's get things into perspective here. This sleek four-door, four-seater, uber luxury saloon from Audi, the RS7, is de facto the most powerful Audi in production today. In fact, it's even more powerful than Audi's flagship sports car, the R8 V10. Now this is the same 4-liter V8 that drives the S6 and the S8. In fact, it's the same engine on the Bentley Continental GT V8 too, but this is more powerful. Now India gets the M6 Grand Coupe too, which was launched earlier, but well, that's slower and half a crore more expensive. You want to talk numbers? 560 PS of max power, 700 Newton meters fed to all four wheels, 3.9 seconds to 100. So the luxury and practicality of a limo, styling inspired by a coupe, and well, performance like a supercar. This might just be the ultimate super saloon you can buy in India.
The RS7 is a culmination of two extremes, absolute comfort and tremendous performance. Now usually when these two meet, there's a lot of compromise between different departments, fiddling to find a middle ground. But with this car, everything seems to be functioning in perfect harmony. It is unrelentingly fast, but you can put a baby to sleep in the back seat while you're throwing this car around. This car comes closest to perfection when it comes to cross-country traveling. Well, we've driven about 1,000 kilometers over a span of 10 hours, and I can tell you that I don't think there's any other car that would have made our journey more enjoyable and more relaxed at the same time. But the real reason why we're here wasn't actually the journey itself or the RS7 by itself. It was to drive another car. A car that's going to make this look like your ordinary everyday saloon. Think of it this way: if what you saw up till now was a nice Woody Allen flick, what you're about to see is a Tarantino blockbuster. Viewers of Overdrive, let me introduce you to the most outrageous, the most radical design Lamborghini has conjured ever, the Aventador Roadster. Lamborghini kept tradition by naming it after a bull, but in actuality, the Aventador, especially in its roadster guise, does not look like anything that belongs to this world, let alone our roads. Envisioned by Filippo Perini the day he was enthralled by the B-2 stealth bomber and the F-22 Raptor, and a green Beetle with jagged legs, this V12 battleship from Lamborghini makes every other supercar on the planet look like a pedal-pushing toy car. The difference between the coupe and the roadster are the two detachable roof panels of forged carbon fiber mesh that weigh all of 12 kilograms. Even as the convertible is 50 kilograms heavier than the coupe due to the stiffening layers, such is the emphasis on weight saving that Lambo decided to defy norm and give it a single clutch. But as an unintended byproduct, the single clutch gives the gear shifts a rustic, a crude feel which you begin to adore. The The Aventador Roadster can do over 350 kph with its roof down. Now you know that they've done a good job with aerodynamics when even at that speed, the wind noise is completely drowned out by the holler of the V12. Unlike the Murcielago, the transition from the Coupe to the Convertible seems engineered with a lot of thought and skill. The engine hood at the back has two hexagonal windows, more like a showcase placed with the intention of making a voyeur out of you. You see, Lamborghini wants you to ogle at this menacing, fire-spewing V12. When you have the spoils of such power, you really want your car to look like this. Horsepower, a 6.5 litre V12. This is the most powerful engine Lamborghini has ever built. Wow, this is a day of superlatives. The Aventador Roadster is the successor to many legendary great Lamborghini V12s, the likes of the Miura, the Countach, the Diablo and the Murcielago, and this is a convertible. The sensation of driving this car, it's brutal, it's savage. I can feel my heart pounding, my palms are sweaty, one wrong twitch of a muscle, one lapse in concentration and you're in massive, massive trouble. If the crash doesn't kill you, the prospect of damaging this 6 crore rupee car most certainly will. This isn't my first Lamborghini. I've driven the Gallardo before. But compared to this, that seems like a homegrown cattle. This is an uncivilized, evil bull. As extreme as this manic car is, Lamborghini of today has given this alien mothership a few humanly touches. So you get earth-saving gimmicks like start-stop and cylinder deactivation to increase fuel efficiency and reduce emissions. Now on a car with a dual personality like the RS7, these technologies make sense. But on this car, I mean this is a Lamborghini V12. It's supposed to be ruthless and devilish and not have any angelic pretensions. Come on Lamborghini, no goody two-shoes technology on this car, please. Interestingly, the power to liter ratio of the Lamborghini is about 107 horsepower per liter. With the RS7 I drove earlier has a power to liter ratio of 138. Does that matter? Not at all. What matters is the power to weight ratio. 2-ton Audi 258 PS per ton, the Lamborghini 431 PS per ton. In effect, this is almost a second quicker to 100, which in supercar territory is an eternity. The Aventador Roadster, like the Coupe, gets Formula 1 inspired push-rod suspension. Now I drove the RS7 here as 1,000 kilometers for over 10 hours and well, I was as fresh as I could be. But having driven this just a couple of hours in the city and I can already feel my back complaining. I mean, we're on good roads, but this suspension is just too stiff. But then again, you don't pay for the comfort, do you? What you pay for is this. Holy Lamborghini! Is this the best looking convertible in the world? I most certainly think so, but calling it just a bedroom poster would be undermining its capabilities. Now the performance of this car more than matches its manic looks. Of course, there's nothing docile about this car unless you're Tom Christensen or Alan McNeish. This car will scare the living daylights out of you, but it's also very capable of plastering this huge smile across your face. Now I'm afraid that once I get back, nothing is really going to feel the same to drive. Until of course Lamborghini outdoes itself, like it's been doing for the past 50 years.